Good morning, guys, from Miller's Landing on Low Point in our hometown of Seward, Alaska. And
I got a pig.
So this is something that I like about having an RV. And I guess if we were camped in the wilderness, it wouldn't be a problem, but you gotta walk all the way over here to the restroom or else risk indecent exposure. You know, we've discussed the idea of why buying a overland vehicle when we kind of have our truck, which we could overland in. You know, I've owned the thing for practically 20 years, but I don't know. If you're going to be doing a long-term trip around the globe, for us, you know, having some creature comforts is kind of high on our list of things we have to have. So I wasn't quite sure if the campground would have coffee. So since it was a very short trip, we just seasoned this double-walled Explorer bottle with boiling water and then made some fresh coffee in it. And it's still steaming hot. Not quite, you know, ideal boiling hot, but should be good. And in case you didn't know it, I like a little bit of cream with my coffee. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, it's lukewarm, but is definitely above the ambient temperature outside. Just not hot. You know, since we've stopped vlogging every day, or more days than not, I'm noticing that the batteries that we have, they just don't hold the charge when they're not used for a week or so. You know, for example, last night's drone flight, that was a fully charged battery when I put it in the bag, but it's been a couple weeks and it came back at 56% after sitting. So, new issue, new lesson learned. This is not a bad way to start the morning. So when we closed out the video last night, we said we had some good news for you. And last week, we were approached by a licensing company for one of our videos to potentially go viral. So I have no experience with this. I know what a viral video is, of course, but I had no idea this behind-the-scenes licensing thing. So, you know, communications were started with this guy from a company called Defy Media. And keep in mind, I have complete permission from them to talk about my experience, or our experience. And they liked a video that we published a couple weeks ago where we were fishing for salmon and we caught a puffin. All right. Okay, be safe, buddy. It was a totally real experience that happens when you're fishing, and I guess it caught this guy's eye. So he, you know, made us an offer for the licensing rights to our video, which was really flattering because this is uncharted waters for us. Well, then I started doing some searching, and I had heard of one of these companies before, but I had never known how it all worked. But Unilad, U-N-I-L-A-D, and I know they just get beautiful shots and all that stuff, and they put it out there on the web. And I didn't know that they actually paid you for it. So the only people that we know of moderately personally, because we don't even necessarily know them personally, would be Dude Like Hella and Live Each Day that have had videos go viral. But I sent them an email, and Kristen was kind enough to reply, and she explained some things about exclusive rights and non-exclusive rights. Exclusive meaning that from then on out, they are the only ones that have the rights to license your video, and you can't license it to anybody else. But that doesn't mean your video's gone forever. That just means that if you're contacted by ESPN for your video, you refer them to, in our case, Defy Media, and we would get a percentage of the revenue. And that's another thing she mentioned. Revenues are generally like a 60-40 or a 70-30 in your favor, because it's your content still. But I guess depending on how good your video is, it can be negotiated. So we're going to get a 60-40 cut of everything that they earn when they try to sell our video. And then for the icing on the cake, they're giving us a $150 advance on that 60-40 split. So it's not a $150 bonus, it's an advance. And you know, that's just kind of like, hey, you get something up front for your video. So Kristen and Corey, super big thank you for helping us out on this. And we're excited, and just thank you again. So here's something super unique and obscure that we learned. Since we were just a bunch of friends fishing on the boat that day, in the moment, Jesse grabbed the camera and started filming. And also our friend Dan used his phone and got some great angles. I learned that whoever is holding the camera owns the footage. Now, it doesn't matter if it's your camera. I guess if you're working for somebody, you have like an agreement that you're signing over all the film that you capture while you're holding the camera. But this is just a random moment. So through this event that happened on the boat, there's Dan, myself, and Jesse, Jim's son, that have all held the camera. Craziness. So it ended up that they really don't care. They know it's kind of our thing. And they ended up signing over the rights, and we'll all settle up if it makes $1 gazillion. Trust me, everybody will be happy. So yeah, we're just gonna take it as it goes. They signed over the rights to us at His and Hers Vlogs. So that was kind of weird, whoever's holding the camera. So keep that in mind. So since Kristen said that there is room for negotiation, there were two things that were of value to us. I wanted to, well, I guess I should open it up with, they have like a copyright protection that they will apply to the content. Meaning, like, if you use like a popular rock song on your YouTube channel, that's going to get flagged as somebody else's copyright, and then somebody's going to get paid off the ad that YouTube has playing before it. So the ad would then go to, I don't know, we'll call it the Rolling Stones, and not to His and Hers Vlogs. So that's why we use copyright-free music. But you can also copyright video footage and have it detected if somebody applies it correctly. So I wanted to retain the AdSense rights and monetization to our personal vlog, which has been out a couple weeks now. I just didn't want to split 60-40 of that with them. Not that it's really earned but pennies. I just think that that's our video. And I also wanted the rights to use the clip in some random video in the future, not have to like run it by them or have the monetization go to them. I like to do highlight reels, and I like to talk about things, and I like to insert random clips, and I didn't want to be limited by not being able to use my clip. So they agreed, and we got it all in writing, and we are just seeing where it goes from here. So before I go and relax a little bit around the campfire, they are going to PayPal us that money in like 5 to 7 days after we sign the paperwork. And we signed the paperwork digitally through this Adobe thing, so there was no printing anything out. And also, if you have any footage that you think would be really awesome and could potentially go viral and could potentially earn you some money, send it to acquisitions@defymedia.com, and you can send it to them. They'll watch it. If they like it, they'll make you an offer. So it's a pretty neat deal, especially 60-40 is not horrible. It's definitely in our favor, but we'll see how it turns out. Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
Pretty well.
Good. It's not too bad of a view to wake up to.
It's an amazing view to wake up to.
It's time to deflate your comfy, warm bed, Shelby. Oh, there it goes. Not so comfy anymore, is it?
I guess the video was done before I got up this morning, thanks to Benjamin. So I'm just gonna wrap things up. Tell you thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe so you can see what we're up to tomorrow or the next time we video. And what else did you want me to say? There's something else.
I think that was it.
Oh, okay.
Just goodbye.
Okay, then goodbye.